Welcome to the G.A.B. This is G.A.B.
They should have never gave you platform.
Let's hop into the next segment. Ooh, we about to hop into the SAF segment. And today, we got to talk about the movie right here. The Menu on HBO Max. Oh my goodness. All right. So, they said, I just looked at it right now and I get it now. I was like the whole time. So, the way they tried to depict this at first, I feel like the trailer and stuff, like a horror film, like horror, thriller, mystery. And so, I was like, okay. But then when I started watching it, I was like, wait a minute. They got John Leguizamo, or I'm pronouncing Berber name all types wrong. Once I saw John Leguizamo in there, I was like, this gotta be a comedy. He plays in nothing but comedies. And now that I see right here, it's a horror comedy. And let me tell you, the horror part, they didn't really nail it, but the comedy, wow, excellent. Bravo. Hand claps for y'all comedy. Cause I was laughing, and the thing about it, I didn't know this was supposed to be a comedy. So I was going in thinking it was like a horror thriller film, and then when I was in, I was like, wait a minute, this is comical. The cook like this, looking like Ramsey. What's the cook name? John Ramsey right there. You don't like my cooking. You don't like my presentation. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna kill your ass. What? That's how it was. Yeah. The scornful cook. Be careful how you treat a cook. You feel me? Yeah. That's all. That's basically the gist of the movie. That's what they were trying to tell us. Be careful how you treat your cooks and your servers. Because they could eventually kill you. Oh, okay. Alright, let me, you know I'm a stat teacher, so let me hit you with the stats, you feel me? IMDb gave it a 7.3. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 88%. And the people gave it an 83%. I'm in agreement with y'all. Like, it was a pretty solid movie. You feel me? This was pretty solid. I appreciate this movie. The horror part wasn't really horror too much. It was more like it was like gore. So it really wasn't no jump scares or nothing like that. A little bit of thriller though, because you were starting to figure out, so you're like, wow, this crazy. Like the one part that was kind of a thriller was when the lifeguard came in and you thought he was gonna like save the people, but he actually was a part of the whole scheme. That was kind of a twist. I was like, okay, that's a thriller right there. They got me. Okay. But yeah, man, let me you know how I do, man. Let me hit you with some of the cast members. Then I hit you with the plot, and then I give you my spiel of how I feel about the movie. All right. The cast consists of Anya Taylor-Joy. She played in some other movies too. The Witch was a good movie she played in. And she was in Soho and Last Night in Soho. Really good movie. I reviewed it. Go check it back out in my archives and in tubes, you feel me? But she played Margaret. Then you had Ralph Fiennes. He played Chef Slowick. And he was like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I know he's the chef that killed, but I wouldn't mind going to his restaurant. But the thing about his restaurant, he gonna have to serve real food because they were serving BS. They were serving finger food. At one point, he served them air. What? I think at one point, he gave him a piece of land. He gave him like a dirt block. Here you go. They were like, how the hell am I supposed to eat this? This is a dirt. He was like, ain't my concern. Then you had Nicholas Hoult. He was Tyler. Tyler was the person that brought Margaret on as a date. He was supposed to bring another woman, but this woman kind of flaked on him. So he just brought her, and Margaret was a prostitute. So, then also Hong Chu as Elsa. She was funny. I was laughing my ass off every time she spoke and said things. You feel me? And Margaret ended up giving her the shankity shank at like one point, but I was like, Elsa didn't like Margaret. I knew the whole time, like, damn, they got underlying beef and we don't even know about it. Then, like I mentioned, John Leguizamo, he was the... Damn, can y'all give him... Come on, bruh. Y'all really just could give him a name? He just movie star. Really? Then they had Mark St. Cyr. He was Dave. He was actually one of the three like people that work for this company, and also one of the people that worked for the company was Arturo Castro. He was Serene. He a great actor too. Very funny. I find him very funny in a lot of movies and stuff. So yeah, them three worked in a company and they were like effing over their employees through like and their employer at the same time, like kind of through tax fraud. So essentially the plot of this movie was the chef had these people always coming to this restaurant and he felt like an artiste and he felt that they didn't respect his art as a chef. So he technically was like, all right, this about to be your last meal. I'm going to give y'all the show of y'all lifetime and then I'm going to murk y'all. And so the thing about it, Margaret wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, and Chef Slowick kept mentioning that, was like, yo, is you with us or you with them? Either you get down or you lay down. You feel me? And so like, and Tyler, this was his first time, and he was just enamored by Chef Slowick. He was all on bruh D. He was like, bro, like, oh my God, bro. Oh, this is the best. Oh my God. And then he was kind of treating Margaret like, he was treating her like a prostitute, really. He was just like, bro, I paid for this. Shut up. Eat. And I was like, damn, that's just wrong. Dang. But essentially, Tyler, like, the way Tyler ended up dying was like self-deletion. And Chef basically whispered in his ear, like, basically, I knew he told him, it's like, bro, just go do it. Go in the closet, get the rope, and go do what you got to do. And then that happened. And then it was just like other characters where the chef was kind of clowning. He was clowning the three people. Was like, yeah, y'all did tax fraud. I know it. This gonna be your last meal, your last supper. Alright, this one I knew. I was like, this gotta be a comedy. Cause in Chef Slowick, you're petty, bro. You are a petty individual. You shouldn't be called Chef Slowick. You should be called Chef Petty. Cause John Leguizamo shouldn't have been there either. But he told him, like, look, bruh, the reason why you here, because you starred in a movie that I just didn't like. So I got to murk you. Like, come on, bruh. He was like, bro, you played in this movie I didn't like, bro, so now you got to go. And it was like, oh, bruh. And Johnson Leguizamo was like, bro, I didn't write this. I didn't produce this. Why are they not here with me? Why me? Why? Ah. But this is what I didn't get. All right. So, and actually, Chef Slowick mentioned this. Out of all the people that was there at this dinner, right? You feel me? And none of them, except for Margaret, really stood up to fight. None of them combated his meal. None of them said anything. Margaret, I think, hurt Chef Slowick's feelings, but he was like, you a real one. You feel me? She was like, yo, your food nasty. It's disgusting. I don't like your preparation. And you trying to murk us. I ain't for it. And Chef Slowick was like, it hurt my damn feelings. But you're real. Unlike the rest of these MFers. So I'm going to give you a chance to go. And plot twist, she the only one got away. You feel me? But the thing about it, though, that got me to was like, they could have fought off all, like, not only the chef, but the servers. Because the servers and the chef was outnumbered. And they were outnumbered because another like chef/server ended up murking themselves. And they didn't know if it was real or not. They were like, what the hell is going on? What? Yeah, he self-deleted himself right in front of him. The chef just acted like Chef Ramsay and was just, what is this? This is terrible. You are a waste of space on this earth. You shouldn't be here. That's how it was. And then, bro, just, yeah. I ain't lying, man. The chef was serving up some weak food, though. Like, I think one time he served him like a rock. He gave him a rock. and not the Rock that everybody want to see. If you smell what the chef is cooking, if you get my drift, man. But yeah, man, like this most definitely was a horror comedy. Hold on, who directed this? This was directed by Mark Malloy. You did your thing on the comedy aspect, but the horror aspect, no, wasn't really no jump scares. I kind of knew what was going to happen when it came to the horror part of things. It was more gory than anything. You just saw a lot of gore. You feel me? And how much they budget was $30 million. How much they grossed in, they didn't say. So they must not did. Actually, no, box office $76 million. So they doubled. They did their thing. Good job. Kudos to y'all. Like I said, I think this movie was pretty solid. If you want to laugh, a little bit of dark comedy, go watch this. Cause that hit the mark, bullseye, dead on. You feel me? I think another thing that, okay, this sent me over the edge. And at that point, I was like, all right. Kudos to y'all, because y'all clowning at this point. The way that everybody died, except for Alyssa, because Alyssa got stabbed up by Margaret. And there's another character besides the other chef that got murked, but how everybody else died? Why Chef Slowick, right? Turned everybody into s'mores.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. He turned them into s'mores. He really had the chocolate and the marshmallow on their head, bruh. With the graham cracker, like, bro. To die that way? And the crazy thing about it, they were eating until they, well, if I'm gonna die, at least I'm gonna die in a good, you know, I'm gonna die happy. So they were eating this morning. You mother effers. You did that. Kudos. S'mores. The dessert. It was a dessert to die for. Wow. Anyway. Alright, I'm done. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought this was incredible, bro. I really like this movie, bro. The comedy aspect just had me rolling, bro. Alright, man. Y'all go watch it if y'all want. Okay? Hell, I might watch this again. Alright? Once again, this was The Menu on HBO Max. If you want to view it, go ahead, do it. I'm gonna view it again. I never want a chef like that though. Be careful. Moral of the story is, be careful how you treat the chef. You might think it's just food, but to them, it's art. If you disrespect, they might murk your ass. All right, enough with that.